Hi, I'm Jason Gorber for ThatShelf.com, and we're here to look at the Crimson Peak 4K box set from Arrow.
Shelf.
So, Crimson Peak, the Gothic romance from Guillermo Del Toro, shot here in Toronto. I have not seen this since IMAX, so this is one of those things that I had a chance to experience it in the most extraordinary way possible at a test screening where the colors were being checked on the final DCP check. It was an IMAX screen with about 7 people in the theater, including the director, and I had a chance to sort of sit there while and take it in its full. I saw it once more again in IMAX as well, and I haven't watched it at home. There's lots to really love about this movie. I love the tone. It really helped me a lot to have had conversations with Del Toro, but also more importantly, he did a series of basically lectures, Professor Del Toro, as we affectionately refer to him, at Bell TIFF Lightbox, formerly Bell, just now TIFF Lightbox. And he showed, as part of his Hitchcock series, a number of films. And so the fact that I watched Rebecca like a week before actually seeing this, to actually get the sort of tonality, to get what he was going for, really helped me appreciate the film significantly. It really got me into the world of this and that whole notion of the slight, well, at least the distinguishment between what we think of as a quote unquote horror movie or a ghost movie and the Gothic romance, that sort of leaning in and not ignoring both of those elements, the Gothic, the religiosity, the sort of sense of shame and guilt and all of the other elements and the way the architecture has actually evolved, very peaky architecture, but also very much part of the romance of not forgetting that other element, a romance not just in the sense of people hooking up, but the romance in the true narrative sense, in the literary sense, in the way that we would refer to. It's not quite a tragic romance, but it is. It's not tragedy in the sort of Greco or Shakespearean way, but it is this very, very specific genre that Del Toro was diving into deeply. And I think I benefited tremendously from that. It's kind of a cheat. I get it. I'm somebody who never reads the back of the box. I want to go in as blind as possible. But this one, I went in as blind as possible for the film itself, but I was prepared to at least understand the world in which it was situated in. And I really do believe if I hadn't had that preparation, this film would never have worked as well as it actually did for me. I really found a lot to actually adore about it. Now, we'll crack this open, but there's a preposterous amount of supplements on here, sort of typical from friends at Arrow. Um, Giant big box. So let's crack this open and see if I can do this without too much drama while keeping the HDR sticker on the front like a crazy person. Okay. So inside the plastic is another thing. So there's it is with the HDR. And you can see there's this little plastic obi-like thing, which is keeping the back section. So we have this little sort of, as I said, a little strippy thing, which allows you to have the box itself sort of free, and you actually get to see the design on the back and the design on the front. I mean, really stunning, stunning stuff. But this allows me to take this little cardboardy thing and actually reads what's on here. And it's a preposterous amount. I mean, you can see how much stuff is actually here. From the imagination of Oscar-winning director Guillermo Del Toro comes Crimson Peak, a lavish, stunning, realized journey into the dark heart of Gothic romance. Yeah, it's almost like what I said. So what do we have on here? We have the 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray presentation in Dolby Vision, approved by Del Toro. The original DTS-X audio, which is DTS-X, is their object-based audio, which allows for a massive surround sound experience. Optional English subtitles for the deaf and hard of hearing. That's nice. Descriptive video. Audio commentary by co-writer and director Guillermo Del Toro. We're just talking in one of my previous videos about how many modern films do not include commentaries these days. Del Toro, who's a wonderful, he speaks better about film than almost anybody. I mean, I'm not saying anything untoward here when I say that he is one of the great communicators when it comes to a love of film. That his joy is so infectious. And again, like the great speakers about film, I think of people like Roger Ebert. I may not agree with him. I don't love his films 100%. All of them, they're not my tops. but being near him, being with him, experiencing a conversation with him makes you understand in profound ways the film that maybe you hadn't fully appreciated. So, as a way of diving in, Del Toro commentary is absolute must appreciate, even if the film does not work for you. The House is Alive, Constructing Crimson Peak, a feature-length documentary with cast and crew interviews and extensive behind-the-scenes footage. Spanish language interview with Del Toro, the Gothic Corridor, the Scullery, the Red Clay Mines, the Limbo Fog Set. 4 featurettes exploring different aspects of the Allerdale Hall. A primer on Gothic romance. The director's stars talk about the key traits of Gothic romance, so not dissimilar to what I was leading in. The light and dark of Crimson Peak. The cast and crew talk about the film's use of color. Hand-Tailored Gothic, a featurette on the film's striking costumes. A Living Thing, a look at the design, modeling, and construction of the Allerdale Hall sets. Beware of Crimson Peak, a walking tour around Allerdale Hall with Tom Hiddleston. Crimson Phantoms, a featurette on the film's amazing ghosts. Spoiler, there are ghosts. Kim Newman on Crimson Peak and the tradition of Gothic romance, and an interview with the author and critic. I didn't get asked to do that, unfortunately. Violence and Beauty in Guillermo Del Toro's Gothic fairy tale films, a video essay by the writer Kat Ellinger, forgive me, Kat. Deleted scenes, image gallery, original trailers and TV spots, double-sided fold-out poster, we're going to get to that in a sec. 4 double-sided postcards, limited edition packaging designed by Crimson Peak concept artist Guy Davis. Voila. Limited edition 80-page hardbound book featuring writing by David Jenkins and Simon Abrams, an archival interview with Guillermo Del Toro, and original conceptual designs, illustration by artist Guy Davis and Oscar Ciccione. All in one set. So yeah, this is what you get. And again, I love Kino the Criterions, but like Arrow just seems to just do these ridiculous sets, and always for the benefit of the film. So you can see the set on the inside. We pull this out. I have the disc. We have, as promised, a series of postcards, double-sided. Tommy H. There we are. Wonderful postcards. Absolute chuchkas that I don't really need, but why not? We have an ad for Arrow. And as they talk about a double-sided poster. So not quite 24 by 36, but nonetheless, we have this. The sort of more modernist, you know, the way that a sort of traditional horror slash genre film is actually advertised these days. And look at that. It looks like the cover of a romance novel. It's both schlocky and perfect for this film. Love it. Smells as beautiful as you would want. Inside here, we have the slip cover. So you have a box, and inside the box you have a slip cover, and inside the slip cover you have the book. And the book itself, again, multi-page, tons and tons of information, elements, text, etc. Printed. It's not printed glossy, but it is nice. And then love makes monsters of us all. And then below all of this, after all this craziness, as we said, we have here the Ultra HD, as I pull this out without breaking the disc, 4K disc. There we are. And underneath that, you can see fear. Excellent. So there's our look at the limited edition Crimson Peak 4K set from Arrow. I managed to pick this up at the Vinegar Syndrome pop-up here in Toronto. Shout out to them for bringing physical media to this city. There's a couple places like Bay Video, etc., that continue to actually be a place where you can go and you can browse. I didn't go in to get this, but I saw it on the shelf and I knew it was something that I wanted to pick up. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks to all the fans and new subscribers of this site. Really appreciate everything that you've been doing to help expand our reach. Please subscribe, follow us on social media, and do all that stuff. It really is helping. It's helped a tremendous amount. We'd love to hear from you in the comments. Let us know what you think of this film and this presentation, and more importantly about what supplemental materials mean to you in terms of like diving in deeply. It's almost, for me, this is like a film course on this particular film, which will make me not only appreciate it, but all movies in quite the same way. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you next video. All the best. Take care.